Okay, so I went to the theater and I watched a movie that I wanted us to review, but it never really, I don't think it really hit your guys' area. It barely hit my area. It is a movie called Eephus, spelled
Oh, yes, I want to see this.
Eephus. And I'll try to talk a little bit delicately about it because I really think you guys should check it out. This is a movie that has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's about two things we love. It is a art house movie about baseball, and it delivers. It's a really cool movie. The movie is directed by a one-time baseball player named Carson Lund, and it is the story of the final baseball game played at a recreational stadium that is about to be demolished in Massachusetts in the 1990s. And it has a pretty loaded cast, but they're not necessarily any actors that you would know. Nicky Katt probably would have actually been too big for this cast, but the most notable members of the cast are two alum of Uncut Gems. Keith William Richards plays the starting pitcher of one of the teams, and our great high roller Wayne Diamond is also in the movie. And again, I don't want to spoil exactly how, but those two guys have something together. Okay, their storyline coalesces in a way that made me really long for Kevin Garnett to make it a cameo appearance somewhere. Anyway, wrong sport. Eephus is about this final baseball game, and the movie is about 95, 100 minutes, and the whole movie is just the baseball game. It does not do any cutaways, it doesn't do any flashbacks, and there's not really a main character in it. It kind of just follows these guys as most of them are in their 40s or 50s. They ostensibly grew up playing recreational baseball on this diamond at one point. And they're just kind of, I don't know, eager to recreate the glory of their past days playing baseball. Certainly, they are no longer the graceful athletes that they might have been in the past. And this is, if we're ranking baseball movies, this has to be some of the worst athletics you will ever see in a baseball movie, because it's pretty gnarly out there. But it is amusing. This is a really cool movie. I mean, it's a little slow, and you don't always know where it's going, but hey, that's kind of like baseball in real life, right? You don't necessarily have to be a huge baseball fan to enjoy the movie, because I think what I liked more about the movie than the baseball was the subtext of the movie. And I think this movie is a nostalgic movie. It's a movie that longs for the days when, a bunch of dudes played baseball together. There's some commentary in the movie about how, kids today are playing soccer and very few people even know the rules of baseball anymore. And I think there's some coded text beneath there about really the relationship of a bunch of dudes. And, they bust each other's balls and they drink a lot of beer. But there's also a lot of kind of solemnity in the movie and a lot of kind of solitude. It's a very stark movie in a way, too. It reminded me almost like of a Jim Jarmusch movie. But I really dug this movie. It's definitely, an art house baseball movie. We haven't really seen a whole lot of those. Sugar is really the only one that comes to mind. But it's a really fun movie that you guys will definitely love. It's a movie that says a lot about baseball, but it also says a lot about growing older, about male friendship, about ball busting. It's an absolute gem. The only thing I can say that I regret about it is I saw it at my local art house theater, which I really don't like to see movies at because it's such a shit poor theater. I mean, they do a terrible job there. I'm not going to go off too much in a rant about it because maybe someone from Lawrence is listening, but could they get the goddamn lights to work? Okay. The reason I went to the theater was because I assumed Eephus was a movie that was shot bright, and this theater always projects too low. And of course, the second half of the movie is all about how the lights go out. So go figure. Anyway, this is a solid 3-star movie that's probably bumps up to 3.5 stars if I could actually see the last 45 minutes of it, which I will when I watch it streaming again. So you guys need to check it out. This will be potentially a real Pinot contender next year. It's a solid movie. Eephus, great baseball fun.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that movie ever since. Oh, did it debut at like TIFF or something?
I think
Can?
Yeah.
Ever since people first saw it, I've heard great things about it. So,
do you know what an Eephus is, Terry?
Yeah.
Okay,
I did not know. It's like a surprise phantom slow pitch. Yeah.
Yes, and it's the movie's informative about baseball too. There's some great YouTube clips of Eephuses. I just thought it was a euphemism for someone's penis or something, but no, this is not the Rick Linklater baseball movie. This is an actual baseball movie, and it's a very good one too. Although it makes a nice double feature with Everybody Wants Some.